Okay guys, I got an update video for you. It is June 5th. My last video was April 22nd. And yeah, my jalapenos are coming along. They're turning red. In my earlier video, they were orange and green, the combinations. But now, yeah, they're mostly red. There's a little bit of orange on a few of them, but just showing how, in a month they can really turn. And then here's my grafted grapefruit plant that I overwintered. I bought them last year sometime for about 30 bucks at HEB, and it's coming along. Been adding some veggie newts. Before the leaves were really coming off, but now it's kind of just situated, just enjoying life. And then here's my first plant. In my other video, that was April 22nd, the pepper was green, but in this one it's getting really red. And then I'll see, that's how they're supposed to look. It's considered my tallest plant. As you can see, there's a little bit of brown on the ends. I think it's just some newt deficiency, which I didn't add any newts for quite a few months. I just used rainwater, maybe the past 3 months, which I think I should have added some more veggie newts. And then here's my other plant. As you can see, look how red that one is. That is a nice looking red plant, or red pepper. And here's the other red pepper. There's that little undeveloped one. Hopefully that'll turn red. I'm going to just eat it. Put it on my pizza. And then this is considered my prize because it really grew before the others. Never had any issues with it. It's kind of slow turning red, but it got its flowers like a week and a half before the others. It was just such a big difference that I first self-fertilized this one with itself, and then afterwards I used its genetics mostly with all the others except this one right here, which, as you can see, it's pretty red. That is a very red pod. There's a little hint of orange on it, but it's really getting close. And then I'm going to show you its other pod. Look how fat that's a really big pod for that size. If you compare the genetic structure, it's just a very small, stout plant. And then this one, look at those two. These are the ones that I will be continuing the line. This is from the Seed of Change pack. I don't know if they have any more packs at Walmart. There were like maybe 2 at my local Walmart. I don't know if they're still there. Don't know if it's been discontinued or whatnot, but kind of a rare version of the jalapenos. And I'm definitely going to keep this genetic line going because it's super fast. And then I combined it as well as self-fertilized with this one. So between these two, I'd have to continue these lines rather than those over there. But I just want to show you the structure of that little plant. It's just amazing. Because when I grew this one plant, I thought it was going to be some little, runt that wouldn't last, but it really did come through. And I really do like the structure of it. It's just a lot more compact. It's more of like a windowsill or decoration style plant rather than, something like that, which is a big producer, because initially it had the flowers, like 7 or 8 flowers. And I was like, I can't ruin the whole genetic lineup, of my other plants because of this one, because it was pretty fast too. So I pretty much made, the head plant, which already had its flowers, already was ready to go, control all the other plants. So like I said, bred by itself, with itself. This one, it was either by itself or with this one, because you could tell because the pollen was that good. It was that quick to really form. And this was my first time ever breeding a pepper plant, and I was successful with it. So yeah. And then I'm going to show you. So here's another glimpse of them. Pretty red. These are really red. And then I have the chocolate reaper brains that I got. I mean, I don't know what's up with this genetic line or if my soil is bad. Sometimes they'll drop a leaf or 2, sometimes they won't. I just added the veggie newts mixed with a little bit of flower newts to them to get them more thick and plump, which hopefully they'll do a lot better. And then I got my Bene Kadama, which what happened was I left him, I didn't water him enough, and like it just started wrinkling up. So I had to cut the tops where it was kind of, you know, rolling and whatever, you know, the vine. So I'm hoping that it'll kind of regrow. And then also I'm going to show you my other Bene Kadama because it survived a little better. See, it's still in good condition. But that other one, it just took a beating, and I didn't want to leave like little strings, so I just cut off the dead ends. And then here's my Aegyptiarpita that at first I had real issues with it, but it's really come along. I want to show you the structure of it. Pretty amazing. It's pretty, like, look how even the leaves are with each other. So it's definitely one you want to grow. It's pretty even. It has pretty good genetics, to be honest with you. And when you compare, look at the leaf structure. See, that's the Aegyptiarpita, and that's a jalapeno. Don't look anything alike. More kind of a fat leaf, while the other one's kind of long and narrow. And then, see, it's really, really healthy now. It loves its food. All these lately, I've been giving veggie and then flower newts combination with rainwater, which before I was just using rainwater. I think that really affected my jalapenos, the greenness of them. And then I'm gonna show you this other little baby charpita that I grew. I kind of just was messing around, but it's in one of those little shot glass red solo cups. You know, little tiny guy. Hoping to get eventually some peppers from it. It's tiny. It's been growing for a long time though. And then I'm going to show you my other charpita, which it is more of like a lanky one, or a leggy. I guess that's how they call it. But it's in really good condition. It doesn't drop its leaves either. Look at that. Pretty healthy plant. And yeah, all these are windowsill plants. I don't add any artificial light like I used to. Just don't have the time to mess with the light or worry about energy right now. But I'm just showing you guys that they've really come along. The coloring of the jalapenos has really turned from orange and green to red. If you noticed in my other video, you know that this one in particular kind of shows that it can go green to red pretty quickly. But they do take 6 months, because I started these November 15th and now it's June 22nd. So yeah, definitely go by what other people say, where yeah, it does take 180 days. And I do want to speak on this one plant right here, because yesterday I forgot to water it a little bit, or this one for some reason drinks a lot of water. I don't know if it has a good root structure, and that, I don't know with it, but it was all wrinkled up, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to test it out. And, you know, if you have that issue with your plants where you think they're going to die, if there's a hint of water in the bottom near the roots, or if they're touching, you know, the water at the very bottom, you know, definitely move quickly, because it was really bad off yesterday, and I just gave it some, you know, the veggie / you know, rainwater / flower newts, and it came back. So yeah, never give up on the plant. But yeah, I'm going to use a lot more newts than I was, just to keep these green, because I'm not really trying to keep it where, that's the issue right now I'm having, is that I think it's deficient in something, and I just spent way too long on just giving them rainwater, which I don't recommend. You know, definitely spread it out. But yeah, that's them right now. And I do plan on separating each plant, each pepper, cutting them open, and I'm going to take a picture of each individual plant just so I can label them for myself for classification purposes, and, you know, keep the baggie with the smaller baggie, but the bigger baggie will have a picture in it, so just in case I do mess around with the genetics in the future, which I probably will with these two, just because I love the structure of that little one, and then I love the speed of this one. This one really never gave me any issues. This plant did give me issues, but I love the structure. And well, that's how it is. And like I said, just keep it on a regular schedule. Keep the pH pretty good. Use some like fish pH kit if you don't really know what you're doing. Keep it between 6 and 7. And I think preferably you'd want a little better lighting than what I have. But for the limited resources that I do have right now, I'm pretty impressed that I was even able to get them to this red point. But yeah, that's them. And look at that. See, that's a great structure on that plant. One day I would love to breed like maybe an Argytarpedo with a jalapeno and see what monster I could get. But as of right now, I really am trying to preserve these particular genes on these two. See, there's a little bit of orange right there. It's a great plant, bred with everything else, but I'm a little surprised it's slowly turning red. Some of the others move a little quicker, but yeah, these are my two babies. And then, yeah, don't really care about my carpet. So yeah, just give it a shot one day, guys. Grow yourself some peppers. Never give up. And yeah, you'll be in the same position because I'm definitely not a good grower. I'm just average, but with the amount of resources I have, I'm pretty satisfied. All right, guys, over and out.